Hello, this is Multi-Caveman, and today I'm going to show you basically how over probably almost like 3 weeks, 2 weeks or so, how I turned a first-gen Street Fighter cab into my version of the baby blue cab. And so with bits and pieces, and so this is just a bunch of chunks of video based on time permitted, based on my work schedule and life, and so hopefully it comes out well. And so we're just going to start with my given phases, and then we'll button this up at the end. Okay guys, I'm sure you've seen this a bazillion times, but we have our roll of $50 vinyl we got from Amazon. And so we have some painter's tape, a pair of scissors, and this little squeegee and X-Acto knife, just when it comes with the appropriate spots. And so now we put some painter's tape in logical places so it would bend over, and we're only going to do a small chunk on this end first. Try not to crease it. And we peel this back. Then gingerly I'm sure like Joel can do this in his sleep by now with all his little inline risers, but I struggle with it every single time. So grab some scissors, cut this portion off. And grab the squeegee. I'm going to cordially lift this up and work our way this way and look for bubbles. There are also pros and cons of buying used Gen 1 cabs, because this guy wasn't really in pristine condition. It was cheap, but there are some bumps and bruises along the way that in theory are going to be visible in certain spots. So this is a take once kind of thing. Okay. Make sure bubbles are gone. And now basically we're going to do the exact same thing on this side, peel this back and work our way this way. And so once on that portion is done, we'll pick up there. Okay, we have the graphic laid out, and so it's two-sided stick, so basically you have to peel the bottom up, lay it down, and then you pull the top part off. It'll be all nice and clear. And so I'm gonna do this. Grab the scissors. Squeegee. Okay. Peel the painter's tape up. We'll just leave it like that because it can stay on there, it won't hurt anything. Same concept. Peel this up. Get back to where we left off. Grab our squeegee. Lay it down. Now you get the top. If it's not cantankerous, peel it up. And then this part right here should separate from the sticker that's on the cab itself. Alright, side 1 of 2 is done. So I'm going to flip this thing over and do the exact same thing, but I won't have to show you that. Okay, so both of the vinyl and graphics are on both sides. So there's this side and this side. Sorry, I have a 10 by 10 space. I'm not as blessed as some people who have like basements and stuff. So next we have the Arcade1up. This is just a coin door we got off eBay, as it comes from The Simpsons, right? We know that. And so I don't want it to be yellow, and so we're using lens light repair we got off O'Reilly's. It's $3. So I'm going to take these guys apart and then basically peel this stuff off, put it here, and then button this back up. And then next, after that, these J panels right here need to be blue, and so we'll get this done in blue, and then we'll have to manipulate some sort of hole for this guy to go in here. So that's what we're going to pick up. Okay, we have the side vinyl and side graphics on. We have the J panel with the light up coin door. This is the other side. Next we have to wrap the riser and then figure out what sort of graphics I'm going to put on the control deck. Whether it's just going to be blue, or hopefully I can find somewhere that the asphalt or whatever you want to call it for the Street Fighter II. Anyway, we're very, very close. Okay, we have the riser in the front with the vinyl, and then we have the coin door installed. And so what I did with the coin door off of eBay, I grabbed it and I put it on this piece of cardboard, just scrap cardboard, and I smushed it really, really hard, and it leaves indentions. And then from there I basically just grabbed an X-Acto and whittled it out a little bit, put it here, and then just poked with a marker on it. I know where the screws were going to be. And then basically from the two lights coming through, it's just a step bit through, and on the back side is an LED strip. And so next, what we have, and so the original, the big blue, which is the baby blue, it basically, it goes, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, etc. And so I have this NBA Jam deck that was from my House of the Dead cab. And so I'm going to take the buttons off of here and put them in the given pattern. And then we have my vinyl coming for this given deck, which is underneath here. It's basically, the Intech deck is just a piece of paper, right? And so I'm going to put the vinyl here, lay it over, and then, so as soon as the mailman brings it, we're one step closer for this being done. And so, I guess tonight while I'm watching football, this is going to go here. Alright, onwards and upwards, guys. Okay. Everything's done, so now we're just going to take a second just to stare at it. Alright guys, there you have it. And so, overall this project, I would give it a B to B+. And so when I bought this given cab, it was old, it's a first-gen cab, and so it had some flaws in it. And then when you put shiny vinyl over the top of it, it kind of amplifies certain flaws. And so if you look really close, there's some marring here, and so random spots. But when you put it side by side, nobody will ever notice. But there were some just pros, and that I learned at 530. Laramie makes some dope stuff, and the whole notion that you can get a $30 coin door and make your own little template, and then put LEDs behind it and it pops. And then also like a $50 roll of vinyl, which I have some excess left over, and then a $20 sticker from DB Graphics. And so if you just work within the confines of your budget and you have some patience, it'll turn out. And so I'm just stoked. And so I got to figure out where I'm going to put it in the given scenario of my 11 by 11 room. But it's mine and it's unique, and I'm just pleased. And so hopefully this given style of content you can follow well. And if you do like it, please give me a thumbs up on the way out. If you want to see more of it, please consider subscribing. I do thank you for your time. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, life's too short to only have one game.